Everybody's looking for something, the Eurythmics once sang. There seems to be a need in each one of us to find meaning and purpose in our lives. During the time of the first Christmas, people were searching too. The wise men, King Herod, Simeon and Anna were all searching for something. But did they find it? One of the characters searching at Christmas time was King Herod the Great. He was a half-Jewish king who led the province of Judea on behalf of the Roman Empire. After hearing about a prophecy, he went in search for this new king who was promised to be born, a Messiah spoken of many years earlier who would usher in a new kingdom. Herod was a power-hungry and brutal man who was devoted only to serving his own interests. History tells us that Herod killed everyone in his path, including his own family, half the Sanhedrin, and 300 of his court officers. On his deathbed, he ordered that all his noblemen be assembled and killed as soon as his death was announced. No wonder the Jews in Israel didn't support him. When Herod heard the news of Jesus' birth, he was so disturbed by it that he started to hunt Jesus down. This new rival king could not live. He interrogated the chief priests, the teachers of the law, and the wise men who were passing through. Then he sent the wise men to secretly find the newborn under the guise of wanting to worship him, all the while plotting to murder Jesus. When all that failed, Herod commissioned a slaughter of the baby boys in the area. This was a man who was searching for all the wrong things. In the search for meaning many of us long for, Herod's story reminds us that motivation matters. A search for God will always lead us beyond ourselves. We will find meaning in connecting with God and then in blessing others. Since we're all made in God's image, we flourish when we reflect God's heart. To journey towards self-interest is counterproductive. It will destroy us, and we certainly won't find what we're looking for. There's another man in our time whose journey for purpose I find particularly intriguing. Bill Gates was a man who embarked on a search for business success, to find the best computer system ever and rise up as a leader in the area of information technology. But when he and his wife eventually achieved that, they channeled all of their success into a purpose beyond themselves. One of their latest projects was to eradicate worldwide childhood disease. We may not all be billionaires, but the principle remains. When we embark on our search for meaning, we must be reminded that a self-serving journey will never lead us there. We'll become like the Herods of history, who were known for serving themselves and destroying others. Herod never did find what he was looking for. He never found the newborn king. God had warned the wise men in a dream not to report back and tell him what they'd seen. God was watching over his promise, and no self-seeking Herod would get in the way. When we seek things only for ourselves, we'll never find what we're looking for. The search for money or glory or power for its own sake will ultimately lead us to a dead end. God calls us on a journey to find him, and in doing so, to bless others. This is what we were born for. Thanks for listening today to Everyday God Conversations. For more on having your own conversation with God, subscribe to our fortnightly updates at godconversations.com.